Me golpearon y no supe absolutamente nada qué pasó conmigo porque cuando desperté estaba en una casa abandonada tirada en el suelo y entonces desnuda y con mi niña también sin ropa. Nos tomaron un video. Hacían cabañitas clandestinas y ahí era de bailar desnudas para los hombres. Y como yo daba pecho, la leche estaba en mi cuerpo. Nos hacía que nos sentáramos en las piernas de ellos y para mí eso era bien duro porque eso era el enfoque de todo mi sufrimiento. Que yo que me estuvieran prostituyendo.
There are 27 million slaves in the world today. And many of us, we just simply don't know these statistics. And even if we know it, we tend to ignore it. We don't want to make it a part of our world because we really believe that slavery was abolished in the 1800s. So for us to be able to bring this message across to the audiences and create awareness and inspire is our goal. We are developing a multimedia project called SOS. The multimedia project contains a documentary film, Sands of Silence, and SOS SLAVES, Changing the Trafficking Game, which is a web-based single-player game.
This is a frame of typical gameplay with first-person perspective.
We did get some very good feedback early on that allowed us to make vital changes. For instance, our game started out as a third person.
Keep the doorway closed.
It's a story-based, character-driven game, so there's multiple characters whose stories you can play through, and you actually play the game through the eyes of those characters to create a sense of immersion in the game space, but also a deep sense of connection with each of those characters, that you are the one that's going to make the decisions that will result in their success in escaping their situation, or potentially they would remain in that situation.
You get to choose what to do when presented with the obstacles and problems that children being trafficked find themselves in.
Certain situations might include whether you're willing to do violence against your captors and not knowing whether that's going to be successful or not, or what the repercussions might be. Convince fellow slaves to escape with you.
We are drawing directly in Flash. We're doing animated sequences. The interesting thing is being able to talk directly to youth through a visual idiom that they are familiar with, but they're presented with a subject matter that's very difficult.
The power of illustration is that it establishes an emotional connection with the audience, and at the same time it leaves enough space to the imagination.
We hope that this game will not just raise awareness of the issue or inspire kids, but really motivate the teenage audience to take real action. At the end of each of the games, there's a call to action, something that you can do in your own life or in your community or even around the world.
And by the click of the mouse, they can access resources and places online where they can immediately take action. BAVC has been able to reunite a group of brilliant minds, technologically savvy people, very creative people.
It's just incredible to be surrounded by so many passionate people who are also experts in their fields.
In a way, it's like I'm freeing the documentary from the rigid structure of the 3-act, 90-minute, you know, and it's like, it's freedom. So BAVC is giving me freedom to create.